Hi, this is Jessica Shore, and this is my tutorial on working with Microsoft Excel. This is a 365 edition. The first thing I did was I inputted all of the data that we received from the data we were given, and I put it on the spreadsheet. If you notice, you can't really see the questions we were asked, and so I first and foremost need to format my cells so that I can see those. To do that, if I go up here until I see the double arrows next to the line right beside A, or on the line right beside A, if I double click that, you'll see that it will automatically format for me. That's probably the quickest way of doing it. But another way, if you notice B has the same problem, is to come up here in the home tab, under Format, go to Auto Column Width, and that will automatically do it for you. And if I do it for C as well, Auto Fit Column Width, and I'm all set with that. So this is my data collection. I need to take this now and turn it into a graph. So what I would do, the best way to do that is to highlight everything. Yeah, I can do this. Highlight everything, go to Insert, and then here are the graphs that I can choose. I've already done this, so I like column, and I like going down to 3D, column 3D cylinder, 2-cylinder. And this is my graph. Now what I didn't like about this was that the rating of very poorly and how we felt about things was here, and over here was the questions, but you can't see all the questions. So to change that, I can go to page layout. No, I can't. I can go to design. When I get to design, I can switch the row and column, and now I have it the way I like it, where our rating is here, what our questions are over here, and as I make it bigger, I'll be able to see all of the questions, and the number of students is here. So to do that, the next thing I'd like to do is fix up my graph a little bit. I will go to Layout, and in the Layout, where my axes are. So my first axis I'm going to do is, excuse me, is it the horizontal? No, the vertical. I'm going to do a rotated title, and that's going to be right over here. And if I backspace it, these are the number of people who chose these, so I'm going to call it that. I'm kind of simple about that. Number of people. Now I want to have the bottom axis, so I'm going to go to the horizontal, and this one is going to be display title below horizontal and resize the chart. What I will title this axis is How Prepared / Proficient. And my legend is here. And again, if I make it bigger, oh, you know what? I'd like to have a title that I can see. So let me make this bigger. Find my title. And move it down a little bit too. Don't want it to be on the other chart. That's not what I wanted. Love this undo button when I make mistakes. Alright, I'm going to pause this and move this where I want it to, so you don't have to keep watching me do it. Now that it's been moved, I'm going to make it bigger. Making it bigger allows me to see all of the questions and to make sure I have a title. And if I can't see my title here, I can go up here to a chart title and center it and move it after. And this title is going to be How Prepared Are You? And that was basically the questions that we had to answer. Again, I'm going to move this down a little bit more so that I can make this bigger, and everything will fit better for me. Here's my question. Oh, now it all fits very nicely. So this is my graph. As you can see, I can change inside each one of these axes. I can go to the home page, and I can change the font if I want, or the type of font. not going to do that right now. And the last thing I want to show you is going back up here and taking our information and turning these into percentages so we can see what percentage people were prepared for each individual question. So I'll start by highlighting and then Control C for copy because I want to do it fast. And then come down here and right below this one I will hit Control V. Apparently I have to go back up and do that again. Forgot about that part. Highlight it, Control C. I have to keep that there for now. Come down here, Control V, and if I move my cursor, my screen down, there it is. So what I did was to turn this into a percentage was each box, each cell has a formula up here. Whatever I type here, it will also be seen up here. What I did with this was I couldn't take a 2, so I hit an equal sign, and then the 2 divided by 13, because that's how many students responded, and people responded, and then I hit the enter button, and I have a number, a decimal number. To turn that into a percent, I very simply come up here, again I'm on my home tab, hit the percent, and that number now turns into a percent. Going across, do the same thing here. You click on it, you go to your equals button, located either on the top of your key or in the side if you have the button on the side. Equals, go back and remember what the number was, 7. Equals 7 divided by 13. And then if I don't want to hit enter, I can come up here also. Again, the formula is right up here, and click this. And then from here I can go, now this is a lot to do, so what I did was I went and did equals 4 divided by 13, enter, equals 3 divided by 13, enter, and I went through and did all of them, turned them all into decimals, and then I highlighted it all and turned it into percentages. I did have to go through each cell box and turn each one into a decimal. I do believe there's a faster way of doing it, but I could not find that no matter where I looked on the internet, no matter where which YouTube video I watched. Basically, in the end, what it will look like is here. All your numbers will be in percentages, and this will tell you what percentage of people felt prepared to have in their ability to use software. And so this completes my tutorial. You'll have a graph, your raw numbers, and a percentage. Thanks, and I'll talk to you all later.